Now, I keep waiting for the moment when someone looks at me. Like, stops a meeting, or a lecture, or an exam, stops everything, and looks at me and says, "You aren't smart enough to be here." Like, I know it's stupid. I know it's ridiculous. And yet those are the words that I hear when I start freaking out. Those are the words that I'm waiting for someone to turn around and say, "You aren't smart enough to be here." And it's just so stupid for so many reasons. Not least of all because the idea of the lone genius curing the world or fixing cancer or whatever else is just completely ridiculous. That's not how science works. There isn't one guy in a room figuring it all out. Yes, breakthroughs are made, but progress is made in collaborations. You have research teams working together for years, decades even, compiling research and running experiments and working through theoretical models. And then sometimes something clicks and a jump is made. But there was 10 years of slow slogging before that. And that's a foundation that is going to continue to build. So the idea that I'm not smart enough to be here because you have to be a genius to work in the sciences at all is just stupid. I'm sitting here alone, stuck in my own head. And when you start to feel anxious, your own head is not the place you want to be. Like, anywhere but there. Anywhere but there. But that's where I am. I'm in my own head. And I need to not be there, because that's not helping. Ugh. Just... oh god, my stomach hurts. And the other thing is that when you're in a room, like when you're studying for class or you're with other people, you commiserate over the fact that, yeah, a couple of you probably don't understand this. And that's okay. You're here to learn. That's the point. You don't show up to school knowing the answers. You figure it out while you're there. And so getting them wrong isn't the end of the world. That just shows you where you need to learn. And yet, I'm terrified of getting it wrong. I need to get out of my own head, which means I need to get out of my house, but I can't get out of my house. So, here we are. I'm fine with being 30. I'm not fine with being the oldest person in the classroom. I'm not fine with feeling like I'm stupid or less than because there are people who are young enough that I could have babysat them. And now we're in the same class because I couldn't get it right before. And I know that's not healthy and it's not a good way to think, but it's the thought's there, so now it's stuck. And I don't know. I think part of why I'm freaking out is because, I get to start my research project soon. And I'm so excited about it, like you have no idea. If I do this and I do it well, my name could be co-authored on a paper. I'd be a first-year master's student with my name on a published paper. Like, if you're not in academia, I know that may not, like, what's the big deal? But that's a big freaking deal, okay? And I just... It was easier when it was classes, and when it was grades and exams. It was easier when I was dealing with someone else's expectations, but now I'm dealing with mine. And I think that's worse. And not just mine, but like... I moved to Sweden. Like, I gave up 2 jobs. I think I miss my nephews. I miss Mom. I miss talking to things that aren't plants. I'm just sitting in a room talking to a cell phone, slowly losing my mind. But you know what? I made my falafel salad, so. Ha! I win. I have falafel. It's not falafel, it's just chickpeas cooked with falafel spice, because I don't know how to make actual falafels. Smells really good, though. But I can't eat it because my stomach hurts too much. Because I'm just freaking myself out. I keep trying to think of the things that make it better, the things that make it manageable, the things that make me feel like I'm not just pretending, like I'm not just playing along, like I actually do belong here. Maybe we just aren't supposed to feel like we fit in. Maybe feeling like we're not good enough is supposed to drive us to be better or something. I don't know. I know that it helps. Like, it sucks a lot of the time, but every time I find a new subject that I don't know and I start to freak out, I just add it to the list. The list of stuff that I need to learn, the list of stuff that I need to master, the list of stuff that is going to get me from where I am to where I want to be. The problem is it's getting to be a really long list. And that's starting to freak me out even more. I need to learn immunology. I need to learn statistical programming with R. I need to learn computer modeling. I need to learn how to read a freaking volcano plot. Because I look at them and I just see numbers. I don't know what they're telling me. It just looks like a freaking Rorschach test. I know that most of this is in my head. Because that's what imposter syndrome is. We wouldn't feel like imposters if we weren't trying to live up to something, and that something is 9 times out of 10 artificial. And because it's artificial, it's from our heads. So I'm literally creating my own existential crisis right now. But you know what? All existential crises are self-created, so nah. I keep trying to find a silver lining or a moral to the story, but I don't know if I have one. Grad school is hard. And the pandemic sucks. And trying to figure everything out is hard. And there will be a lot of times where I don't know what I'm doing. Where I feel like I'm not smart enough to be here. I don't know if reminding myself that of course I'm not supposed to be smart enough at the beginning. That's what I'm here for. I'll figure it out. I've always figured it out. But that list keeps getting longer. So I don't have a moral of the story. Oh god, my hand's so cold.